It's Lipo with Superstar, 37 minutes after 10. It's Radio for the Love of KZN. It's a Wednesday today. And you know what? Before we even get into today's conversation, I want to say that the views and opinions shared in this interview are those of our guests and not necessarily of Radio PlayZN. So we are in May right now, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And today we are having a real conversation, not just about the awareness, but rather about healing, community, and hope. And joining us today is someone who is doing incredible work in this space. It is Kim, and she is a wife, a mom, a founder, a chairperson, and the founder as well of an NPO called Tree of Hope. She is the one that creates a safe space for people to be seen, heard, and supported. Kim, welcome to Brunch on Radio PlayZN.
Thank you so
much.
Wait.
Say that again.
Thank you so much, Pume.
Please, can you bring the mic a bit closer?
My apologies.
She is so beautiful. Kim, I just actually want to firstly thank you so much for literally being the voice for a lot of people, for opening up a space where one can never actually feel that, I don't have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So now, I mentioned your titles. They are something that a mom, a wife, an NPO founder, but who is Kim beyond that?
Well, hi everyone. My name is Kim Houston.
Hi, Kim.
I am originally from Wentworth.
Okay.
I grew up in Wentworth. I'm a Wentworth girl from the gully.
Oh.
But not so much gully, you know what I'm saying? We've moved out of that era.
Yeah.
I am a dreamer. I am walking on a very difficult journey that everybody seems to push aside and not focus on. I'm guilty of myself not looking after myself in terms of my mental health. I started taking more effort and
the initiative
when I had my first mental breakdown in 2020. But yeah, we'll get into that later.
It's a good thing that you actually talk about that, because then I wanted to actually dive into how has your personal life shaped your passion for mental health?
Yeah. So like I said to you now, I had a mental breakdown first. But prior to that, I was like any other human being, floating, going through it, suppressing it, not seeing it for what it is.
Yeah.
And it had to take that breakdown for me to actually say, okay, you know what, there's a problem. Having all the symptoms and doing my research as well. Sometimes Dr. Google isn't the best doctor in the whole world.
Can you bring the mic slightly a bit?
Yeah. So Dr. Google isn't the best doctor, and a lot of us tend to do that when we have these symptoms. We tend to Google everything, ChatGPT, everything. But the best thing to do when we are going through what we are going through, I'll talk about my symptoms as well,
Gonna go in there.
is to go to a physician, go to a doctor.
Yeah.
You feel something is wrong, so go and speak on that. And that's what I did. I had. Do you want me to get into where sorry,
Kim.
I'm jumping the gun here.
No, you know what? The floor is yours, and you are here to be our voice as well. So it's really not necessarily about me moving with the conversation, but rather us just being here for you and you just taking us on the journey together.
So my journey started, like I said, in 2020 when I had my first mental breakdown. The symptoms were firstly suicidal thoughts. And as a mother, when you want to clock out, that is something terrifying. No mother wants to leave their kids behind. But yeah, I was in that dark space, and
sorry to cut you there, but would you then say that is exactly what birthed Tree of Hope as an NPO?
So what actually so Tree of Hope was the segue to so Tea of Hope is a mental health awareness event.
Okay.
And that was the segue to actually formalizing the Tree of Hope.
Okay. Talk to us more now we can understand that.
So the Tea of Hope is a mental health awareness event that we host every year.
Got you.
That is where we create the safe space for mental health awareness. It's so the initial thing was getting community together,
right,
and opening up the floor for awareness and space to be, you know. A lot of us suppress our emotional feelings, our you know, when you're going through the the journey of mental health.
And why do you think so? Why do we do that? Why do you think we lean more into that?
I think people are scared still. People are very afraid of owning their journey, and the focus is always on others, what others may think.
100%.
And not focusing on what is going on in your brain. People forget that the brain is also an organ, and it should be well taken care of, just like the rest of our body. And we take that for granted.
You know, that as we're speaking about this, we often hear a lot of stats saying that 1 in 4 people actually experience mental health. Do you think that people really understand the nitty-gritty of it?
No, they don't. People aren't taking it as it should be. Like I said, the brain is an organ, and it should be looked after just as much as the rest of your body. So if there's an imbalance in your body, you're going to find ways to look after it, right? So, like I said earlier, going to a physician, going through the different steps. So there's getting to a good mental health space.
You know what? As you're talking about that, I actually was about to ask you, like, now give me a scenario in a sense of, if I'm someone that's currently going through a mental health situation breakdown right now, how does your everyday really look like sometimes?
Lack of sleep. For me personally, it was lack of sleep, overeating, and sometimes having no appetite.
Some of the ones that
like
you still remember?
The main one for me was snapping. Like, I was very snappy with my family. Like it would go from 0 to 100 in like 5 seconds. Really? Yeah, and being a mother and being a wife, you know, you don't want a toxic environment for your family. Your toxicity bleeds onto the rest of them, and not looking after your mental health can affect your family in that sense. And that's what I was doing. And I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this to them, and I need to fix what's going on with me. I need to fix this imbalance.
And did you personally take that leap of faith for yourself, or did it take someone else to say, Kimmy, actually, I think you're going through something?
I think it was a bit of both. So my family started seeing the negative in me. I used to be this bubbly, amazing human being, and then there was this dip.
Sure.
Getting very recluse, like I said, snappy, and like not wanting to do the things that I loved. And then the dreaded part of not wanting to be here anymore. So I reached out to my husband, and it was such it is a traumatic day. I said to him, I don't want to do this anymore. We were driving in the car, and I could picture myself throwing myself off the Mgeni Bridge.
Kim.
And that was not me. That's not what I wanted for my life. But that was the thoughts. I felt like everybody would be better off without me. And I said to him, I need help. I need help. I can't do this anymore. I can't put you guys through all of this anymore. So that's where the journey started.
And, as you're talking about this, I came across an article as well, in reality, that actually says every 40 seconds, someone actually takes their life globally. And it goes back to you driving in Mgeni and thinking of things like that.
Yeah.
Why would you say, or what is it, why is it so important for us to have these conversations openly and have a community where I feel heard?
The main thing is not many people feel that they are safe, that they have these safe spaces within their communities and their families,
right,
with their partners. For some reason, they obviously fear being judged because there's a stigma attached to mental health and suicide. People don't realize that it takes a lot to actually take those steps in order to get to that point.
It's not like an overnight thing that I wake up in one morning and realize that actually this is what I want to do.
This is how I just want to end my life. And then that's not it. It's people don't want to do it. But the instability and the lack of the words fail me, but you don't want to be here, but you also feel alone.
Sure.
You're surrounded by people, but you still feel alone.
It isolates you in a sense.
You isolate yourself, yeah.
And now I think let's go back to your organization, your NPO that you have done, and I mean the annual events that you do. What would you say is different about it outside of other mental health events?
A sense of community, togetherness. It's, for me, what it's evolved into is similar to a brunch.
Oh, okay,
with
talk
the
to
girls,
me. Okay,
with the girls,
I'm listening.
And it's not just limited to one particular age group. That's the beauty of the Tree of Hope. At first it was a high tea vibe, and then it turned into like a lunch.
Okay.
And which is comfort food. It's got the comfort food vibe. It's got conversation, healthy conversation.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. That no wonder you said it's like a brunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Healthy, open conversations. And we get professionals in.
Yes.
We get professional counselors, doctors, and then we also get you and I that will come in and speak on your testimony, on your journey, so that it's relatable. It's not just a professional coming to talk to you and it just goes over your head.
I like that.
That's the core of it. It's building a sense of community, and just knowing that you're not alone and that there is always hope.
Now, how does it work? As it is an NPO, do I pay to be a part of it? How do I get involved?
So there are tickets that we do sell. However,
roughly plus minus how much?
So it is around 390 Rand. Yes, it's 390 Rand, but it includes a meal, a full buffet meal. And it includes your drinks, and it includes a beautiful curated goodie bag with all the information that is needed. Also, like things that you'd use to pamper yourself. Just pouring into yourself. That is what that day is about.
And what time does it start and what time does it normally end?
It starts at about 1 o'clock, 1:30. Sometimes it's African time,
Yes, Kim, I'm listening.
And then the conversation can go on until like well into 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
And does it happen monthly?
No, it happens annually.
Annually?
Once a year.
Okay, nice.
I would like to get it into quarterly, but life happens. I also work as well, so it's difficult to try and manage that into a quarterly event.
Got
But
you.
yearly, it's been fantastic. It's only been growing from 2021 up until 2025. It has grown from 50 guests. It's very intimate. From 50 guests,
Where are we sitting right now?
to 130 guests now.
Look at
So
you.
small steady steps,
Yeah.
small steady steps win the race. And like I said, if it grows any bigger than that, I'm afraid of people getting lost.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You still want to keep it intimate?
I do for now. But a lot of the guests were saying, no, this has to get bigger. You have to look bigger, and that's where the NPO was birthed.
Now let's actually hold it right there, because I want someone listening in right now to now digest what we just spoke about. And when we come back, I actually want us to start talking about what you also refer to in terms of taking care of our mental health. And if you are struggling with mental health right now, just know that you are not alone. Stick with us. We're going to get into it. Kim,
I'm jumping all over the place.
one step at a time.
Yes.
One step at a time, and just trust and believe. Whatever you say right now, I know you think, oh my gosh, I'm sounding like a garbage can. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there was authenticity in what you're talking about. I felt it in energy wise that I'm talking about something that now is taking me back to what I was going through. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And for someone listening, they can hear that sure. Damn. It's not just like I woke up one morning and I just created an NPO because it'll just benefit me.
No.
But it's generally something
the
that
community.
I have been through.
Yeah.
That I think no one can come with the manual and be like, this is Kim's life. I have to go through it for me to talk about it openly and be able to be the next person's voice. Nothing for that.
Thank you, sis.
I was about to cry. I'm like, oh my gosh. Literally, I'm like, jeez. And people think like, when I say I wake up one morning and I'm going through a mental health breakdown.
Yeah.
You can't say it loosely.
No.
Because that's someone's life and death situation.
Yeah, 100%.
We're going to come through after the song and then we'll try and wrap it up. I think in the next second segment, I want us to talk about someone that's struggling right now. How can they deal with it?
Yeah.
I want us to talk about how can I take the necessary steps right now to better my mental health. I want us to talk about, I get a lot of people that post and tag and think that I've made people aware already, but it actually goes deeper
more
than
than
that. And I want us to find out now, how do we get that point across? What
Yeah.
can I do
Yeah.
that is just outside of posting and tagging
Yeah.
and posting hotlines? We'll dive into that. And then from a family and a colleague's perspective, for someone that I may think, I have a family member right now that is currently going through this, what are the most do's that I can do or say to them to give them comfort? And what are some of the things that you say, don't say this because this is going to trigger me into doing what my mind is already telling me to do?
Yeah.
So we'll get into that. I like these conversations. You know what? I actually think I need to open a freaking damn podcast.
I was thinking the same thing as well, but everybody is like, well, I've been seeing on social media, like, everybody's just opening, everybody's creating
Listen,
podcasts
I think
now,
podcasts
and then-
are the voice that doesn't restrict you,
Yes.
but gets people feeling that I'm here and I'm heard.
Yeah.
Because
for
the
sure.
only time people then start getting within the stats numbers is because no one was there to hear them.
Yes.
Because everyone is like,
100%.
oh my word, you're just being dramatic.
Yes.
And that dramatic, one morning someone wakes up and they say, oh, unfortunately, Kim is no more. How come?
yeah.
She said that she was screaming for help,
Yes.
but you thought that she was just seeking for attention.
Yeah, 100%.
Someone, who's Patrick? Patrick is saying, well done, Kim. Patrick.
Oh, wow.
Do you know?
It's my dad.
Ah, Daddy! Let's go. You see, after all, radio is not just... Can you put your earphones on?
Oh, sorry.
It is Radio for the Love of KZN. It is your mid-morning hangout spot. And today we are diving into mental health. I am bringing the platform for you to feel heard, to be seen, and be supported in what you're currently going through. And I mean, we are speaking to Kim. Kim owns an NPO, right, Kim?
The Tree of Hope, yes.
Tree of Hope.
Tree of Hope,
and
yeah.
we were talking about the stats. We were talking about the symptoms. You mentioned what you also went through, what people can look out for. And I think I also wanted us to kind of bring it a bit close to home. For someone that's listening in right now that is struggling for mental health, what would you say to them?
I would say reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out, because the people that your tribe that is there, they see you. They just want you to reach out to them. Nobody is going to help if you don't ask for that help. That is the bottom line. People forget that sometimes. People want to help, but you have to ask for it. You have to push away that fear and ask for it.
And someone that is now wanting to take their first step but doesn't really know how. Like, how do I better my mental health? What would you say?
So what I did in my journey,
Right.
I went to my doctor, explained my symptoms, and she then referred me to a psychiatrist.
Okay.
From there, my psychiatrist admitted me into a mental institution, and that for me was a culture shock, because being admitted into a mental institution, people automatically just think, "Oh, you crazy."
And you also start to feel
that's
that,
the stigma. That's the stigma that's there. And funnily enough, when you get there,
it's home.
it's home. You don't want to leave sometimes.
Really?
And I've been there 3 times already.
And roughly it takes like a week?
A week, maybe 2 weeks. It depends on you and the severity of your symptoms as well. And whether you take it as seriously as you should. A lot of people don't have medical aid.
Right, that's the reality.
So unfortunately, our system is not well equipped for mental health as it should be. However, there is help out there. Your local clinic, speak to your local sister. She will then refer you to hospital to see a doctor, and then the process starts. It's similar to when you go into private healthcare. It obviously takes a little bit longer. There's also SADC, obviously. They have helplines, sadec.org.
And do you know the hotline off by heart? Roughly.
No, but I can get it.
You know, actually, as we're speaking of hotlines and we're speaking about this specifically, you know, it goes back to, I see a lot of people, especially when it comes to mental health. You know, people think that if I post about it or I post a hotline, then I'm done and I've made awareness of it. But it actually goes deeper than that.
It goes way deeper
right?
than that.
How can I put it? It's, what are some of the things that we can do to not only just think of when I post, when I tag, I'm cool.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that I need to do really to get it out there to the people so they know about it?
Speak more. Speak more about your journey. People want to hear that.
Okay.
People want a sense of, okay, you know what? I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone in this. And somebody else that looks like me is going through the exact same thing. It may not be, it's going through a similar situation. It may not be exactly the same, but okay, I see her through me. I mean, I see me through her or him, you know? So it's that. And then also creating a space for each other as friends and family.
There we go.
Having the conversation, those hard conversations, like checking in on each other, like really, really checking in on each other, not just the surface
Hey,
level.
how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? And then the conversation just carries on. No, like, listen, how are you feeling today?
Or I want to meet you face to face.
Let's go have a coffee.
Right.
Let's go have a chat. Or let's go to the beach and just sit on the beach and cry.
Because that's the reality.
Yeah.
Not everyone's perfect. They're
Yeah.
not the same.
Yeah, 100%.
And you know, speaking of family and us just having this conversation, what are some of the things that we as family members, as colleagues and friends need to look out for from our own people that say, okay, maybe this person's going through it?
The number one thing is withdrawal. Somebody, if you see somebody withdrawing and you know that they've always been...
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
And now there's this like cloud over them. You can see this like little cloud hanging over them. You can also see it in their eyes, in the way they carry themselves.
I was about to ask that. Posture-wise, the way
Yes.
they walk, does it also ring?
Yes, it does. Somebody that's always complaining of
Life.
you know, not only about life, but like symptoms, like I've got this back pain, I've got this terrible neck pain, I'm constantly getting headaches, I can't concentrate, not doing the things that they love anymore.
Got you. And what are some of the things that you would say that, okay, now that I know that they have this, what are some of the things that I can do or words of affirmation I can use with them that's going to give them that space for them to openly have a conversation with me? Or what are some of the do's that, don't say this because this is going to trigger them into tipping over?
Oh, just get over it. You'll be fine. That's the number one thing is we all go through struggles,
Right.
and we all going through our own journeys, but we can get through it together. It's not a matter of you'll get over it. It's a matter of we'll do this together.
Or let's find a way together.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Am I triggering you? Find out what your triggers are.
Right.
Not dealing with childhood trauma.
Big mistake.
Not dealing with family trauma. Not dealing with work trauma. Getting retrenched from work. Things like that. Stress, daily stresses. Doing that. And then a number one thing for me was stop overthinking things.
Which then leads me to my next point that I want to ask you. For someone listening in right now and actually feels alone, what would you like to say to them? What are some words of encouragement that you have?
There's always hope. There is always hope in this time of darkness that you're in. Think of yourself as a seed.
Yeah.
You either water that seed and it'll grow, or you stay where you are and you die. And I know that you don't want to die. I know that you want to grow from here. So pour into yourself. Find ways to pour into yourself. Find your tribe. Open up to your tribe. Because your tribe is there for you. You just need to raise your hand.
Find that person.
You need to raise your hand and say, I need you. I do need you right now.
And what kind of impact, now going back to your NPO, what kind of impact would you say it has had in the community? At what point did you realize that, no, man, this NPO has something solid? This is it. This is what people have been needing.
I think it's been the steady, slow growth in terms of seeing how the Tree of Hope has grown from year to year. People wanting to pour into the event.
Got you.
it's always sold out. It sells out
Hallelujah.
very quickly.
I love it.
And also, I think people love being a part of outreach as well, because with the event, I have prompted everybody to either bring a little toiletry, or pre-loved clothing, which we then donate to children's homes or women's shelters.
Love it.
And then recently we've created this campaign called Bags of Hope, which is for GBV victims, which we've donated so far 20 bags to 2 different police stations, which are in desperate need of that. It was Wented Police Station and Greenwood Park Police Station so far.
Now, for someone listening in that wants to reach out to you, they've heard your story, they've heard what you can do, you are the voice. How can I get hold of you? How can I attend the event? And if I want support, how can I get a hold of you social media wise? Is there a line for me to call you and speak about this? Talk to us.
Okay, so my number is my personal number.
Are you okay with giving that out?
No, not really, but I would give my email address, which is it's Tree of Hope, Durban, @gmail.com. So it's TREEOFHOPE @gmail.com.
Small caps.
Yes, small, all small letters. And then
social media?
It's the same with social media. It's Tree of Hope DBN Tree of Hope DBN, and that's on Instagram. And we're on Facebook as well.
Before I let you go, please can you say, hi, this is Kim and you're listening to Brunchtime on Radio PlayZN.
Hi, this is Kim Houston
from
the Tree of Hope, and you're listening to Brunchtime on PlayZN.
Yes! Thank you so much, Kim. I actually want to thank you for the work that you do, and just reminding us that we are not alone and that healing is also possible. And I think what I'm taking away from this conversation today is that mental health matters just as much as physical health. And if you missed parts of this interview, it will be up on our Spotify. Kim, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, beautiful.
Yeah, for reminding us that we need to have the real conversations, that healing is possible, and also reminding us as well, there's one thing that you said, that there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you, doll. Appreciate you.